Hi there, it's Michael from carparts.com.au. Today we're going to be running through the Mother's New Lens Headlight Renewal Kit. This is a kit that has some attachments that plug into your drill, making it a lot easier than the other kits where you need to have a lot of arm power and it's all hand sanding. This makes it a lot quicker and you actually get a better job out of it. Opening up the box, you get a bottle of plastic polish. This is a Mother's product. You get a 3-inch attachment for your drill, which has a Velcro back. This is what your sanding disc will attach onto. You get a half polishing ball, and you also get two 800 grit sanding discs, two 1500 grit sanding discs, and a 3000 grit foam backed sanding disc. You can see here as we look across the left hand side that the lenses have like a sandblasted look. It's not as clear as they should be, and this is really going to stop your nice beams coming out, and also it doesn't look great. First thing we really want to do is start taping up. We're using a 3M painter's tape, so this is quite good for it's quite safe, really. That doesn't really peel off any paint and doesn't leave any residue when you do pull it off. So we try and do a good inch around the headlight, just so when we're sanding away we don't hit any of the paint and then sort of scratch that. So we're just going to run through that now. It's also good to possibly maybe mask up further areas. So maybe get some, probably not newspaper, but some garbage bags and mask off that area, because with the drill and the sanding you will find splatter marks over the rest of your paint. I found it was quite easy. It just washed straight off, so there was no real issues there. First process is we're going to do a wet sand. So using the 3-inch soft flex backing plate in just a corded drill, I use the 800 grit first, and I've just used plenty of water. You really don't want this to be dry, and sort of, you find when you're doing it dry, sanding dry, that you'll get a lot of residue and stuff into the sanding disc. So I use plenty of water, and also just now and then I'd get the water and just sort of squirt it off the sanding disc just so it's nice and clean, because I had a couple of issues where I'd get some little pieces on the sanding disc, and I pushed a little bit too hard on the lens and it just started to dig in. So it's one thing you really want to be careful with. It's the type of thing where the more preparation, the more effort you put into this part, the better result's going to be. So just spend that little bit of extra time and go through. Now we're going to move on to the 1500 grit. Again, this is also a wet sand, so you get plenty of water on there. Keep spraying it, and just keep sanding away until really you find that it's going to look worse than when you started. It's going to really fog up that lens, but this is all part of that process to get that that lens nice and clean. So going through these 3 sanding steps is really going to help that final result. So just continue sanding. You'll start to see things clear up slightly, but the 1500 is really going to sort of start doing a bit finer sand than the 800. All right, now we move on to the 3000 grit foam disc. So this is now a dry sand. In between these sands I use just a microfiber towel to wipe it down, just to inspect and just see how things are going. So here we are with just that dry sand with the foam back disc, and this is starting to really, really see how it's coming up. Now that we've got the final step, and we're using the quick change polishing tool, just put that in the drill, and then we also use the plastic polish. So just put, a couple of little lines of that, rub it into your lens, and then start polishing away, and instantly you'll start seeing just how shiny that comes up and how much clearer it is. Here we go, just a little bit more polishing through, and you can really see that difference now, how that polishing is going. So here we are finished, just pulling off that tape. As you can see, no residue, no issue, comes off nice and clean. So it's actually quite good tape to use, highly recommend it. And here we are, so here we have the original, so you can see, it's quite fogged up. And then as you move through, and this is what it looks like afterwards, so, quite a significant change. Looks a lot better. It's going to add value to your car if you're trying to sell it. But for the amount of money you have to spend and the amount of time you have to put into this, it's well worth the effort. So again, thanks for that. I'm Michael from carparts.com.au. You can go jump onto the site. We have plenty of these available for sale, and I'll see you soon. Thank you.